Okay, Dan, what do we have here?
This is my 1941 Packard 160 Club Coupe. I got this car about 5 years ago. The color is a special introductory color for 1941 called Saratoga Beige. I've been improving the car gradually over the last few years, primarily for my use as a tour car. The paint was very, very good, no signs of orange peel, and the chrome and stainless have been quite good, but the interior was a little tired, so I had the complete interior redone to a stock fashion, period. You could make this more of a show car if you wished than I have by cleaning up the white wall tires, detailing the engine compartment, and there should be a stone guard in front of the rear fenders here. I just never got around to putting one on there.
And you said this car is very rare, there's very few left?
My understanding is that there are about 13 41 160 Club Coupes in existence. And there's quite a difference between the 120 and the 160. So for prospective buyers that are not Packard people, the 160 Club Coupe will bring a lot more money than the 120. The Big 8 engine in the 160 is considered Packard's finest 8-cylinder engine, period. I believe it's 356 maybe cubic inches. It certainly has excellent power. This car is stick shift with no overdrive. That's a question that's bound to come up, so I will address it right now. When I bought the car, I thought it was a little strange that it did not have overdrive, but I was quite surprised to feel it race down the highway at 65 miles an hour at low RPM. I did own a 1948 Packard touring sedan with the big engine and overdrive, and so I'm quite familiar with how that works. When you engage the automatic overdrive and cruise at about 65, that car had just as high an RPM as this car does. And I think there are two reasons for that. The Club Coupe is a lighter body than the big touring sedan, and our favorite expert Packard mechanic in LA, Cal Soest, said if a car would be ordered with the Big 8 engine and no overdrive, the factory put in a rear-end ratio that corrected for that. And certainly this car cruises very nicely at highway speed at low RPM.
Super, let's take a peek at the inside. Okay, what about this interior?
The 41 senior Packards came with quite a lot of plastic that was new at the time. Fortunately, there's a man that makes reproduction pieces for all of the plastic parts. The steering wheel was never restored, but seemed to be good enough for my purposes.
And this is all new interior.
The upholstery is broadcloth in part and Bedford cord. And we model it from the Packard book from 1941. There were a couple different patterns you could use. We liked this horizontal panel look. So it's a new headliner, all new upholstery, all new carpet.
And wood graining also?
The dashboard has wood graining. Some of the convertibles had chrome on the doors, but the closed cars had wood graining.
Okay, let me get this door panel real quick. Beautiful.
And the handle bezels are brand new plastic, as supplied by Jerry Van Arsik in Ohio.
Let's walk around here and open the other side. Looks comfortable.
The sill plates are in good shape. You'll see the dashboard plastic from this angle better. The 160 and the 180, the senior cars, have smooth plastic, whereas the 120 had ribs. And also, the radial waterfall is a chrome item in the senior Packard.
Well, beautiful. I'll shut this off for a second and we'll take a peek at the engine. Okay, but what about the power plant?
I can never remember if it's 356 cubic inch or 365 cubic inch, but it is a big straight 8 engine and considered to be Packard's best 8-cylinder ever. I don't know when it was last rebuilt, but it still runs beautifully on the highway. The car does start well. It's still a 6-volt system, but because it turned over slowly, I did convert the battery to a 612 battery system with a solenoid, so that when you hit the starter button, it puts 12 volts to the starter and then quickly reverts to 6 volts. When we start the engine, you'll hear how beautifully it turns and how quickly it starts.
Okay. Okay, Dan, go ahead and fire it up.
All right, turn on the juice.
Yeah.